Hell yeah, you guys want me to get to more of this. Yay, Lost Sector. Okay, I'm so hyped now. I'm so excited to hear more from this. This is from a different producer, but the same general like part of the game. I found out from comments in the last video that this is apparently just a mode in the game and not an event. I always assume everything is an event in these games because usually they are, but it makes sense if it's just for a mode that's happened before. I've gotten to other game modes in different games before. I just don't think I've ever stepped outside of the main game songs for NIKKE specifically, so I didn't even know there was like extra modes, I suppose. I'm going to be learning about that fairly soon because I'll be getting to NIKKE here, I think in January, to play that on the channel. But I digress. I want to listen to more from this game mode, so here we are listening to something else from Lost Sector, and without further ado, let's go! Yeah, buddy! Okay, great start. Again, just like the last one, just cranking it immediately. Jumping right into the vibes. This one's got a little bit more of like a synth-wavy sort of feel to it, though. Still got that acid synth in there. Definitely is like less hyper trance. More of like dark wave, almost. Ooh, I love these moments in here, these like emotional beats where like everything melts away and you just get the lead, just the melody. Kind of makes you reflect a little bit. Time for the long build-up. I wonder what they're gonna do to it. Like, what's gonna come next? I know it's gonna be basically the same thing as it started with. But I don't care. Every time I'm so excited that it returns. Sometimes they do add like little breaks or drops even. But for a lot of these, it is fairly repetitive. But when you got energy like this, it does not matter. Oop. See, like, here's a change. Into what? Side note, I think that little, like, the sample that was there, right at that transition to this moment, that sounded like an autofocus sound for some higher end cameras. That. I've used a few cameras that have like that exact. I wonder if that's a sample of a camera like that. I mean, probably not. But it would be kind of cool. And the acid synth is back. The piano on this one is really nice. Keeping that dark energy alive is very important for the vibes here. And it melts away again. Get that breakdown. Like I said in the last one, I know I'm basically listening to the same song on repeat. Does not matter. The vibes are too strong. Probably gonna get the same build up, the same drop back into the chorus. Unless they decide to do something a little bit different. And that's the best part, is not knowing. Same thing? Yep. Except they added in that little drop sample. So there is a slight change. I can't help it. I gotta move and groove. Gotta do the rave dance. Every 90s raver ever. Or do the double fist. Ooh, is it speeding up a little bit? Maybe that's just me. It sounded like it kind of cranked up the BPM a little bit here. Maybe. I don't think so, but maybe. Either way, super fun. So much like I said during the reaction, this one had a lot of fun building up that like darker energy underneath it. Definitely had more of a dark wave flair to it. It was not dark wave in my opinion. It was definitely still a trance heavy sound, but it played a little bit more with the emotion in it than even the last one did. This one had a lot more going on as far as that like emotional building goes on, which of course darker songs are going to have that. That's kind of core to the darker tone in a song, is having an emotional backbone. But either way, this one was really fun. Same great general production too. They really picked great producers for this. I'm sure there's more producers that made stuff for Lost Sector, but so far 2 of 2 bangers. Absolutely fantastic production all around. They handled their mixes perfectly well. Everything was nice and balanced when they removed all the drums and went for that more emotional churn in the song and they broke it down. You could hear every single synth super clearly. There was no mud at all in the mix, just like the last one. This is a very good production. I mean, I've got no notes about it. I was just vibing the whole time. Like, you know, when I'm doing like the rave dances and like doing this stupid shit, that I'm having a good time because there's no thoughts head empty when I'm listening to stuff like this, which is kind of a bummer sometimes because I'm supposed to be doing an analytical dissection of these songs when I can and where I can, but these are just done so well. There's no real thing for me to talk about in an analytical way other than what they did good, because that's it. That's all they did was good. Like, there's not really much of a point in me trying to be critical of a song that I just think is top to bottom a fantastic work. There's really nothing wrong with this track. Again, with the whole like it being repetitive thing, that's maybe the worst critique I could give, but that's also part of the genre. A lot of trance is like that, and that's what makes them work so well for what they are. They're dance music, they're club music, they're usually made to be repetitive, and you're able to take chunks of each of these songs and fit them anywhere in a mix. You can take that like slow emotional breakdown and put that in a completely different song mix compared to the more upbeat part of this song. They can exist in themselves and in the same track, or be split up and put into a mix with completely different tracks, completely different energies. It really just depends on your goal. So when you look at this from like a DJ perspective, you can really just take songs like this and kit bash them with other stuff and make them sound super fun. And that's exactly what this song is. So they did a fantastic job here. It was fun. It did exactly what it needed to. I'm happy to have heard it. And I know that there's more from Lost Sector. And I know that people probably want me to get to more of these. And I'm excited to, because I really do love this genre so much. Even though there's not that much to talk about, there's always stuff to talk about. And if I absolutely had to be nitpicky, I would say maybe another drop would have been fun. But again, that's not even like a real critique. That's just like a, maybe if they did anything different, that's what would have been different. But other than that, it was a great track and I loved every part of it, start to finish. I have no notes. So I guess I'll stop here. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you have another song from NIKKE you want me to get to, it doesn't necessarily have to be from Lost Sector. It just can be. If you want me to get to more of those, you can drop them in the comments below and I will do my best as always to get to those. Or if you just enjoyed this video and you want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, you know how to do all that. And I will see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!